Russell Westbrook stepping up in LeBron's absence last night in a 4-point OT victory over the Spurs. Westbrook getting back to Westbrook numbers 33, 10, and 8. AD balled to 35, 17, and 4. LeBron dealing with right ankle soreness and couldn't go. Tim Legler joining us. Good to see you,
brother.
sir.
Good to see you. What's up?
I will start with you, Legs.
Right.
What did Westbrook's performance tell you?
Told me that the analogy I used to describe him last night would be if you owned a Ferrari and you were only allowed to drive it around your gated community with speed bumps, or like if it was Usain Bolt at the mall on Black Friday walking around, get out of my way, and then finally you take the Ferrari out on the highway. That's what it looked like last night. You talk about a dude being liberated and unleashed. How good that must have felt for Russell Westbrook, because he's listening to all the noise over the first week and talking about him, and I've been one of those guys saying it's going to be hard for him all year to find rhythm. So here's what this says to me. First and foremost, it says they can win games now when LeBron sits. That wasn't a luxury they had the last 2 years. And why does that matter? Well, look at last year. They came out of the 7-hole, and you're not doing that in the West. You're not winning 3 straight road series in the Western Conference, because in one of those, you would lose the first 2 games. And you're not coming back and win 4 out of 5 in that situation. You're just not statistically. So now you can win games when LeBron sits, and that's the main benefit of Russell Westbrook right now. The question still is going to be, though, how do you allow him to retain more of who he is as a player, playing with LeBron James? And there's only one solution. Stagger minutes as much as you possibly can. And I know it's hard for Russ to ever accept coming off the bench, and we talked about that here before. I'm saying the first 6 minutes of the game are garbage anyway. All that is 10 dudes agreeing, hey, can we all get a shot up and get a sweat going? Because nothing happens. And it's 6 minutes of wasted time out there with LeBron. But look, he's going to stay a starter. I say get him out of the game sooner, put him back in for LeBron, give him a 6-7 minute stretch without him. Do that in each half. Right there, that's 14 minutes where it's his team. Because that's what Frank Vogel's going to have to do, Stephen A., to navigate this, because you're going to have a lot of rough nights from Russ offensively.
I got you.
Like, as constructed.
Well, let me say this to you, man, because this is my brother right here. We used to shoot around together and all stuff. I want you to tighten up your soliloquies just a little bit, because, and here's the reason why.
Are you telling people they talk too long?
Let me tell you.
That can't come from him.
It is coming from me. Only because we want time to get back at you, my brother.
All right.
That's why. Here's the deal. What did Russell Westbrook's performance tell us? Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. You know what? And I'm going to be clear, because I don't want this to be interpreted as disrespect to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook scored 33 points last night. We didn't know he could do that. We didn't know he could do that. Really, we really surprised. Let's look at the numbers here. Russell Westbrook had 10 rebounds. We didn't know he could do that. Russell Westbrook had 8 assists. This is a walking triple-double now. We didn't know he could do that. Russell Westbrook did it on 27 shots. We didn't know he could do that. Of course we did. The point is, when you look at Russell Westbrook last night, it would have meant everything if LeBron and AD were on the court, because that's what you're looking at come playoff time. Russell Westbrook, with one other star on the court, did what he always does. That's Russell Westbrook. That's who he is, ladies and gentlemen. Not the dude that dropped, single digits in game 1. Not the dude that followed that up with a 15-point performance and a 13-point performance. That's Russell Westbrook, the brother that can drop 30 on you and damn near a triple-double, if not literally a triple-double. We know that. So now we're at a point where all we're looking for from Russell Westbrook is, what can you do with 2 other dynamic stars on the court? Because that's what it's going to take for the championship. LeBron James is going to be there come playoff time. Anthony Davis supposed to be there come playoff time. They're going to be on the court with Russell Westbrook. What are you going to do when you have to be deferential to some degree to those guys, and you're going up against the Golden State or Utah, even the Clippers, assuming Kawhi Leonard comes back healthy, the Phoenix Suns? What are you going to do then? Until I see that, all I saw was Russell Westbrook being Russell Westbrook.
But you kind of glossed over what Tim said in terms of having that depth. So LeBron can rest, and they can get a better seed.
Yeah, but my point, Molly, is this. All I'm saying is that you have to see Russell Westbrook with a fully loaded squad do that, so you know that he fits in with who you're going to have on the court.
Or maybe not.
I don't think he'll have nights like that with those 2 guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I brought it up. That's why I said it meant nothing. You got to see it when they're on the court with them. Go ahead, Swagoo.
It's just what he's willing to do. to your point, Legs, like his mentality. This is about Russell Westbrook. This is not about LeBron James and AD. It's about Westbrook and his mentality and what he will allow himself to be in order to win a championship. This is the thing that I stood on when they signed Russell Westbrook. I said Russell Westbrook in no way is going to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers without a diminished role in what he's been used to in his career, because he cannot win a championship being Russell Westbrook. Yeah. As you just pointed out, Stephen A. So I lean where you are, Legs. If we are going to diminish the fact of coming off the bench for Russell Westbrook and say he can't thrive in that way, it's going to have to be a responsibility to LeBron James and AD, and Russell Westbrook is going to have to identify that first the offense runs between these two guys, and I have to find my way. And that's difficult when you've been who he is for his entire career. And remember this, he's played with two superstars already in his career. Now, granted, they were young between him, KD, and James Harden. They wasn't the established guys that they are now, but they all knew each other's talent. And they all had to try to figure out, how do we do this together in order to try to have success? This is not about the Los Angeles Lakers. It ain't about Vogel. It ain't about LeBron, AD. This is about what is Russell Westbrook willing to do and accept, potentially being a diminished role type guy in order to win a championship. So do I want to continue my triple-double streak? And do I want to force myself to put points on the board, assists, and have the ball all the time? Or am I going to think grand scheme, let's go win a championship? Guys, what do you need me to be?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.